Mincemeat, METALWORK, REWORK. The work that has been making everyone angry. For some reason, I find it a really good one. You might say I'm dumb, you might say I'm just a crazy competitive player, but seriously, look at the positivity. You'll notice a lot of good stuff. Added slopes, removed stuff. We are really in a good era. Mincemeat METALWORK is one of the most hated maps to my heart. It's really dumb, it's really horrible, but it became from really unplayable to bad. And that's a good improvement in the Splatoon community. We had Mahi Resort from unplayable to a good map. And here we go, Mincemeat became playable. So yeah, let's go. Let's see what improved. So basically, first of all, let's skip the Splatcast and jump to Mincemeat METALWORK Turf War stage. Basically, you got some glass animated stuff. You notice a jelly thing that's working, and I like that update because it looks cool. Also, they added the slope near the truck, and I kind of find it interesting because it's a small minor change, but it's gonna do a lot of good stuff. Now, of course, the same slope, and here is the most recognizable change. This thing. I don't know its competitive name or call-up name, but I'm gonna be calling it Spineback. Because I can see actually a lot of backliners using it, like heavy-headed splatlings. I mean, Hydra splatlings and the snipers using it instead of the normal snipe. This thing is gonna be a good change because, you know, backliners need a new change. Secondly, we got this big block thing. It's going to help a lot with sneaky weapons like rollers and brushes to be able to take 1v1 fights and just, like, you know, jump scare it. Also, I can see a lot of NZAPs poking people with auto bombs. Since this place is high, it's gonna reach a good radius and a good reach of auto bombs, so it's gonna be a bit of a pokey place. Of course, they added these two blocks, which is so useful because a lot of snipers have been taking down people just because they went down the grates, and so that's so annoying. Now, they added these two blocks on the other wall, on the other side of the truck, which I find useful, since also the snipers taking a lot of kills because of it. And of course, definitely the most hated thing in the whole world, in the whole community. For some reason, I find it a good addition. The pole. The Mincemeat pole. Everyone talked about the WHOWorld pole, especially Vic Villa, who made an advertisement about it. Like, I don't know, is she gonna sell it or something? I don't know. She's gonna sell it? Maybe. She could. She's a good salesman. Now, let's talk about the pole. The pole is a pretty good addition. Not good, but a meh, okay, like something like meh. Like, when we speak design aspect, I like the design. It's good, but the pole in competitive scene, not really useful. It's gonna just make it hard to move, and that's why they removed it in Rainmaker, which I find is a really good thing. Now, the pole is useful in something. Zones and fights. Taking fights there is gonna be so good, as you can just, you know, chase the enemy, and also Reef Slider, as you saw, is important there. Now, talking about a good thing is going to be this slope. The slope in right and left sides is extremely good because you can do good tricks with it. Also, instead of just, you know, walking on, like swimming in your ink to climb a wall, it's pretty annoying. But now you got this. Now let's talk about the new snipe. I call it Snipe Plus Pro or Snipe Pro Max. They did add a lot. They added just a bigger wall, and I find this addition extremely useful for our 4K Elite pals. As you can see here in this example, we're able to take fights and being protected in the same time, which is so good for for charger players. Now, you can do a good trick, which is using the glass to look at your target and then kill it. As you'll see me here, and then just use a charger. Let's explain to slow mode. You just charge, look at your enemy and aim at them. Then, phew. See, you got a good kill. It's amazing. This is basically the addition to the slide, and I find it useful. Don't say it's not useful. Come on, it's useful. Now, about the spine back. Here's the use I was talking about. It's going to be so easy for Hydra Splatling users to be able to poke, to be able to annoy, to be able to get a lot of kills, because some people like go here to annoy the teammates. Although it's really vulnerable, I would have suggested something like a block to protect the player there. Now the problem is, of course, if you fall off or something, this is a turn you have to take. It's a pretty long one. That's, by the way, split up 2x, okay? It's slow and it's gonna take some good quality of it, like some time. And that's the problem we're talking about. Of course, except of course if you're gonna be having beacons, but still, you know, some teams don't have. And yeah, though, this needs some improvement. Now let's talk about this beautiful thing. Come on, look at this. The slasher friendly zone. Like, how do slashers farm kills 101? You're just standing on the sledge. I can call it slasher backline or slasher rescue me. I don't know. We got a lot of good names. This thing is useful is when people are starting to like come to your zone or like come to your base. You'll be able to use your brush, roller, especially try slasher and slashers, and just, you know, get them out from a high ground. It's so useful to be able to avoid the other team, like other enemy mates. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if this garbage pile was there or not, but but I don't feel it was. Now, I think it was, and yeah, I tried climbing up. The pole, as I said, is gonna be useful for something. Sprinkler. You can just spam sprinklers and that's it. Okay, from turf to zones. Now, zones didn't get any extra change. Doesn't really have any changes, except of course for the objective. And I might say the most one that got a lot of changes is Rainmaker. It's my favorite mod actually, and so that's good. I'm gonna do quality stuff for me. I'm gonna talk about the Glowfly Jinx yesterday, but anyways. So basically, Splat Zones didn't get any change from turf mode, and so let's just skip it and let's talk about Rainmaker better. Rainmaker got most of the changes. First of all, you can notice in the right this block that is going to help you avoid players coming from left. Also, yes, a slope and a stair steps. Not really useful, but helpful. You don't know what might happen. Now here's the difference. The spine back got an inkable wall, and so you can get on it easily. Now the blocks that avoids 1v1s, the sneaky blocks as they call them, they are now flat. They're not really something. And of course, no pole. They're just this block. Now this block is useful, by the way. No, don't make fun of it. The block is useful. I'm gonna show you it in a moment. But there are now two routes that are usable. We never use the second one, but we most of the time use the first one. Now, I would say here in the second one, it's a bit vulnerable. I'm gonna talk about it now. Now, of course, there's not a walkable or swim-friendly Velcro, and so you need to take care of your swim in direction. Of course, now you can take Rainmaker, go up here, and just as simple. Let's talk about this place. The place is vulnerable because everyone can get you from getting up here. I suggest going through the slope, as it's going to be more secure. Now let's talk about the second one. The pole is going to help you to just, you know, use your ink and just fly away. You know, got a better swim speed. More vulnerable to charges, but at least good. Now, the ledge that got edited here is helpful because 2 of your teammates can take care of the Rainmaker, and other 2 of your teammates can jump and make a good open. See, you can do a lot of stuff with this rework. It's amazing for real. Like, hating it is like, no, it's not good. You can climb up and simply put the Rainmaker. I don't know why there is struggle. I wanted to do a cool trick, but no, it didn't work. It didn't work. Don't focus about using stuff. Okay, now let's talk about clamblets. It's still horrible. Yes, clamblets got a good addition, which is the slope I'm going to show. Of course, ledge here is back. The problem here is that you still can't go to mid. This horrible thing. Now, this slope is a perfect thing. It's amazing. As you saw at the beginning of the video, you noticed that I just slipped down from the 3 specials that got launched at the same moment. This thing is useful. Seriously, if you use it correctly, it's so useful. Of course, the pole is back in clamblets. It's not available only in Rainmaker, okay? Now, of course, this slope is going to be helpful to take another route to be able to reach the clamblets basket, because everyone used to take here. And here is horrible. Here is bad. No, it's not good at all. But of course, now we got another route, which is from right. Right is a lot more, more secure, and so it's going to be more helpful. About the pile of garbage, it's going to be useful for slasher deco. Use your zipcaster and climb up here and just take enemies down without them noticing you with the bucket. It's going to be so fun and you're going to farm good kills. Now, this is an X rank mode. And I wanted to show and commentate over the match because it got interesting stuff. It's clamblets, MINCEMEAT METALWORKS after the rework, and so it got some good stuff. I used a lot of strategies with the beloved Octobrush, and so you will learn good stuff from here, and also to show off my horrible mistakes. First of all, as you can see, we use the normal way we go through, and of course the slope is going to be a lot helpful in movement wise. Now, as we noticed, there are no 2 blocks that was there, and also the block at the left of the truck is just 1. Now, I was about to die, but my team didn't really focus. That's why I sneaked back as they didn't see me. I was able to take a clap and use the route 1. Now, here's the best thing. Everyone was now focused on the left route, like the right slope. They didn't focus on the second one, which was a bit of a mistake for them. And so I used that to punish them. Now, here is the issue with slope. Everyone got their specials. They were all ready to do a special attack. And we didn't focus with that as a team, because everyone came with their splashdown and bubbler, etc. And so the slope is going to be so helpful for the triple splashdown. Of course, they used this to punish us with taking the lead. Then we can see here that they spawned. Also, the slope is useful when you're able to take fights with a weapon like Octobrush or Splat Roller or the triple bucket, as you're now able to take fights from higher ground, which is a lot more helpful for Octobrush users like me. Now, this is called Sacrificial Clan, and it was not necessary. Never do it in competitive, because it's a mistake. It's gonna, you're gonna die. You're not gonna put all your clans, and you're gonna be easily busted. So don't ever do it. It's wrong, it's bad, and not worth it at all. As you can see here, I tried now to do some poking to be able to annoy the other teammates. Now, I noticed the blaster, but for some reason I don't know, I got lazy or something. Never do that. Never do that. Have your full focus on the competitive scene in front of you. Now, I got a couple of kills, but I didn't notice that my team wasn't able to kill the 96 Deco, and so, of course, he shot me without killing the second person. My teammate killed him, but still, it wasn't worth it because I died and a couple of my teammates died, and so they were only alone, which could result into a worse scenario, which is a wipeout. So you need to take your highest care, actually. I destroyed Beacon and almost took care of everything except for when this sploosh came and killed me. Here's something. Brush users are the most respectful people in the community because we respect every single range, because we're outranged by almost every single weapon. 80% of the weapons, we are outranged by them. I didn't create for myself turf to be able to flee if I was not able to fight, and that's a mistake. You need to respect the range of your weapon, the opponent weapon, because you won't be able to take it to always take them down. I tried to do crack and cheese, or I call it brush and cheese, and yeah, it was a bit successful. We didn't do the crack and cheese, but they came and we were able to take down an enemy that could have finished them all. I would have jumped there, but I noticed that there's a lot of big clash there and it will not be useful. I got a kill because I was on a high ground, and I got another kill because of the suction bomb that I threw anonymously, and that's why I always suggest to throw bombs. Now, I noticed the player behind me, but the shots were 96 gal, which I should have avoided because this player got a lot of higher range, and I didn't respect that. They were starting to do crack and cheese, and they did this special attack. I was able to take the splurge down and the blaster down, and so it resulted into a wipeout because my other teammates took another 2 down, which was so good because we stopped the sequence from a horrible scenario, which was a loss at the last second. I took the collab to be able to reduce the overtime time for them. Of course, they tried to do some attack. They played a bit harshly, I would say. A bit more randomly, not strategized, and so it resulted, of course, into their loss. And I got 15 kills, which is a good number, okay? So, yes, MINCEMEAT is a bad stage. REWORK? No, the REWORK is good. It made it from a really unplayable stage into a good one, into a bad one. Not a good one at all, but bad. You know, bad from unplayable in Splatoon community is a big thing. Of course, I hope it's still being banned from competitive scene, but yeah, we got good stuff now. We are good. Now, please, thanks for watching and sticking around. Please subscribe because this helps me a lot and supports me for making more content and upgrading the quality of my content. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.